Where did you?
Here is how Ripple's solutions can help Amazon to reach the next level. You think Amazon has become so big that it does not need any other company's tech to keep growing? Think again. If the tech is as advantageous as Ripple's XRP and other solutions, then why not? Here in this post, I'll try to explain why Ripple's technology will be the best option for giants like Amazon to reach the next level. So, in recent times, everyone in the cryptosphere seems to be so worried about the conditions of the market that inevitably many of the holders are starting to succumb to the generalized pressure, and are selling their holdings to protect their investments. In this sense, for the one part, it results in a very comprehensible action. It just doesn't seem like the takeoff is at the back of the corner. But on the other, it looks as well like many of the enthusiasts and investors are simply forgetting the normal behavior of the sector, and how we tend to go from the very bottom to a massive peak in a matter of time. In relation to this, some of the most important figures in the crypto world have shared their thoughts in an attempt to calm the masses. For instance, the CEO of Ike and co-founder of Cardano, ADA, Charles Hoskinson, recently stated that this is not something new. He said that, "We've been here before, and as we did before we will manage to take control of the market one more time. We just need to remember that is not that big a deal, everything's fine." Following the line of being calmed, one may think this is actually the best time to think of the possibilities that many cryptos have, and the help they can provide to the whole market. For instance, Ripple's XRP, which has the potential for adoption by giant platforms like Amazon, could give a quick upturn to the current scenarios. Let's see how. What Ripple has to offer. Rumors of a likely adoption of Ripple's XRP giants companies are actually not that new. In fact, at the end of last year, it was commented already that Amazon could be adding XRP, a payment solution, on their platform, which in case of happening would certainly be great news for the crypto world. But what does Ripple have to offer that may be of interest for Amazon and other tech giants? Here we enlist a few characteristics: transaction speed and cost. Ripple's XRP has proven to be very trustable crypto while making a transaction. In fact, it takes only 3.3 seconds for Ripple's platform to make a transaction, and when it comes to costs, it is by far one of the cheapest solutions in the cryptosphere, with a fee per transaction of only $0.0004, which undoubtedly would be characteristic of interest for Amazon. Business relations. Ripple has established the most solid partnerships all across the globe, and the best of all is that it has engaged with thousands of banking institutions, creating like this a link between virtual currencies and the regular financial system. Also, the crypto possesses a large number of prominent endorsements already, such as the ones of MasterCard, American Express, Banco de Santander, Western Union, and others, and this, to say the least, is for sure something that would represent a huge benefit for a company like Amazon. Accountability. Putting aside the current conditions of the market, Ripple's XRP has always characterized for being one of the top 3 cryptos with the lowest value per coin, which, of course, represents a huge advantage if we take into consideration how would it be the conversion from crypto to fiat money on the Amazon's platform. Conclusion: there isn't a doubt that when it comes to considering a crypto to help Amazon to go further, XRP is the best option. However, some pieces of stuff should be considered as well to think of this as an actual possibility. For instance, the integration of XRP in each one of the Ripple's solution could be an essential step towards a broader acceptance, and on the other hand, the adoption on important exchanges such as Binance and Coinbase could also be of use. Ripple on path of disruption, but concerns remain for hedge fund investors. Ripple's journey to the center of global finance looks set to continue, with banks across Europe living in fear of being disrupted by new technologies, according to its new technology chief. Ripple is back on the up after a difficult 2018 so far, and new Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz has plotted the path for XRP during an Ask Me Anything (AMA) session posted on YouTube. Ripple's aim in the year ahead is clear. Rather than store value and replace money as a means of exchange, Ripple wants to become the nuts and bolts of global banking, using its XRP technology to build a network of financial institutions using blockchain-based technology. Following a recent tour of Europe, Mr. Schwartz said, "I talked to a lot of banks, and one of the things that I learned from banks that I didn't really fully appreciate is that they are in fear of being disrupted by new technologies." Mr. Schwartz adds that Ripple can take traditional banks to a new level and allow them to compete with the up-and-coming competition in the banking industry. He said, "With what Ripple's doing on the banking side, we're trying to position XRP as a sort of intermediary asset that can provide liquidity between other assets. I think if those efforts are successful, that's gonna be a reason to use that asset if it's more liquid and if it's cheaper to transfer." However, concern is now being raised over Ripple's attractiveness to ambitious capital market firms looking for a new source of value. Last week, rival Bitcoin recruited another billionaire believer from the world of mainstream finance after it was revealed that investor Stephen Cohen has placed money into a hedge fund focusing on cryptocurrencies and blockchain-based companies. Cohen Private Ventures has invested in Autonomous Partners, a new hedge fund buying up cryptocurrencies and equity in blockchain-related companies as the world of mainstream finance begins search for the next generation of investments in the digital age. However, Ripple is one notable absence from the spate of technologies in which Autonomous Partners is interested, raising concern that the XRP tokens will be treated differently when regulations arrive. If the Securities and Exchange Commission in the U.S. decides that the tokens are securities, they will then be subject to different laws than tokens that are not. Ariana Simpson, from Autonomous Partners said, "I have a lot of concerns about the level of centralization there, and I have regulatory concerns if what they have issued is a security." However, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse dismissed the fears back in June, claiming, "I don't think that our ownership of XRP gives us control." He said, "Saudi Arabia owns a lot of oil that doesn't give them control of oil." Is XRP hitting $10 wishful thinking or near future? Predicting the prices of cryptocurrencies has become one of the biggest trends these days. Many crypto experts and enthusiasts are looking towards the future and hoping that their favorite coin becomes the next big thing. XRP is among the cryptos that are getting the most attention, and many are interested in what might happen to this coin in the next 5 years. Ripple, XRP, is among the top coins these days, at least when it comes to rank. According to the CoinMarketCap, Ripple currently holds the third place, and it is exceeded only by Ethereum, ETH, and Bitcoin, BTC, which still refuses to leave the #1 place in the market. Ripple has, obviously, done very well for itself when it comes to stats, despite the low price and a lot of controversies that have been surrounding it recently. The XRP enthusiasts still believe that investing in this coin is the smartest decision right now, while the price is still low. Currently, that price is $0.445274 per unit, but a lot of experts believe that this is only a temporary thing and that Ripple is bound to skyrocket before long. This is not an unusual thing to expect, considering that Ripple is still a very young crypto. Despite this, it managed to develop rapidly, and it created various products that have turned it into a go-to crypto for banks and financial institutions from around the world. XRP's journey so far. Ripple's development has been fast ever since the coin first showed up in early 2017. Back then, it was valued at $0.0064 per coin, and in less than a year, it reached 80 cents. Before the price drop at the beginning of 2018, many experts believed that XRP will reach, and maybe even surpass $9 per coin by the end of this year. With the current situation, we can probably assume that this will not happen, but that doesn't mean that Ripple will never reach those heights. In fact, many believe that Ripple has what it takes to go far beyond $9 per unit. Of course, it is not expected to beat Bitcoin, with its bottom being over $6,000, but it might just be capable of continuing to hold the third place on the crypto market. As mentioned before, Ripple has managed to do a lot in its short time, and its goal has become to revolutionize the financial industry. It started making connections with banks and financial institutions around the world, and it soon became one of the most trusted cryptos in this area. A lot of its efforts include the creation of better payment solutions that might improve the international transactions, and as far as anyone can tell, Ripple already did that with a lot of success. Of course, its systems are still not fully trusted and are being tested by large names like Western Union for a while now. Still, the coin has proven to be necessary in the modern world, which has basically made sure that it will have a bright future ahead of it. Ripple price predictions. Ever since the price drop at the beginning of the year, Ripple has been relatively stable. It did have a few ups and downs, but its oscillations were a lot tamer than those of some other coins. This has proven that Ripple has stability, which has caused a lot of investors to turn to this coin, believing that it can only go up from here. Ripple price forecasts started appearing all over the internet, and the majority of them has offered realistic predictions. The short-term viewpoint sees Ripple reaching 50 cents per coin, and holding on to this price for the time being. As for the future, this is where things are starting to get a bit more interesting. Of course, predicting a price of cryptos is a very difficult task, especially when we take into consideration the fact that the crypto market has a mind of its own, and it doesn't usually follow these expectations. Still, some brave souls have dared to make estimations regarding where Ripple might end up in the next couple of years. Many of these predictions see Ripple reaching larger heights than ever before, with the coin being expected to reach the value of $21 in the next year. After that, things are expected to slow down a bit, and while Ripple is expected to continue to grow, its price by the end of 2021 is only expected to be $27 per unit. The 2 years after that, however, are expected to see Ripple go higher than ever before, and maybe even reach its full potential. The price predictions estimate that Ripple might be capable of reaching up to $70 per coin, and possibly even exceeding this value. Compared to its current cost, this would mean that Ripple will make a plus 15,710% increase. Of course, this is still far in the future, and predicting the crypto prices is anything but certain. However, we should bear in mind that people that are making these forecasts are crypto experts after all, and if anyone can read the unpredictable crypto market, it is probably them. For now, Ripple has its hands full with trying to perfect its products, resolve controversies, and ensure the stability that so many other cryptos lack. It will certainly be among the coins that will survive the crypto extermination that is also expected to come, and after that, experts believe that Ripple will rise like never before. In the end, a lot is expected of this coin, and many hope to see it becoming a world currency someday.